What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video on the map to veganism. My name is Trevor and I help people go vegan. And in today's video, we're gonna be making a vegan apple pie. So the first thing we're gonna do for the apple pie is obviously make the dough. And we're gonna do that by adding 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I got this from Trader Joe's, it's organic. 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar and 1.5 teaspoons of sea salt. My 3 cups. 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I kind of just eye it. Mix that well. Next, we're gonna add 1.5 cups of cold vegan butter. So 1.5 cups, okay? Breadcrumb texture is what you're going for here by mixing this all together. You're gonna wanna get in there with your hands to really get that butter to mix in with the flour. Next up, we're gonna add 3/4 a cup of ice water into the flour mixture. And you'll know it's good when you can pinch it together and it's like dough, right? Just now get in there, really incorporate it all to look at pinching and it's holding together like dough. And so next what we're gonna do, get a sharp knife, cut the dough in half, and we're gonna form 2 discs. Once we form these 2 discs, we're gonna wrap them and we're gonna put them in the refrigerator for 30 minutes to an hour. So next we're going to make our apple filling. So I personally am going to be using green apples from my apple pie. Go ahead and use whatever apple you prefer. So go ahead and dice up all your apples. So when you dice up all your apples, go ahead and add them to a little saucepan. We're going to be heating it up over medium heat to create our filling with some apple cider or apple juice and our seasonings. Next, we're going to add 1 cup of apple juice or apple cider. So 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and then 1/2 teaspoon of ginger, 1/2 teaspoon of cloves, and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. This spice has all those in it, so I'm going to do 1 teaspoon and 1/4 because it has all that in there already. Then we're gonna go over to our stove and heat that up for about 5 to 7 minutes until you create that apple pie filling consistency again. So go ahead and cook those apples until they're tender, just about 5 to 7 minutes. Feel free to add more spices. I'm gonna go ahead and add more of my cinnamon and pumpkin spice. Next up, we're gonna be making the salted caramel for the apple pie. We're gonna add a full can of coconut cream or full fat coconut milk. Woo! And then we're gonna add 1/2 cup of coconut sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and the salt is gonna be to taste as we're cooking it. So for the salted caramel, once we got it on the stovetop, we're gonna be stirring it for about 20 to 25 minutes until we get that salted caramel consistency. And once it starts to cool down, that's when it's really gonna thicken. All right, last but not least, pull our dough out of the refrigerator and roll it out. Add some flour down so it doesn't stick. All right. Throw it in your pan, pie dish, over to your dish. keep forming it until you get what you want with your pan. And then we're gonna go ahead and add the apples, the apple filling. And add the salted caramel sauce. Boom! This is gonna be our top crust. All right, and then once you have it all rolled out, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it into little slices here. Lastly, before I throw it in the oven, I'm just gonna put a little butter so it gets nice and golden brown.